Hello, my name is Ashley Berry, and I'm the Director of Government Affairs for the St. Charles County Realtors. I'm here today with your legislative update, and our special guest today is Missouri State Representative Tom Hannegan. Thank you for joining us, Tom.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
My first question for Tom is, can you tell us about any real estate issues that would affect our industry that did not make it into legislation this year?
Yes, and unfortunately, you want everything to get through, during session. But unfortunately, there's time limits. We have time constraints, and sometimes things just don't make it to the finish line. But there's always next session. But a few of those that we worked on really hard that didn't make the finish line are, and I have a little cheat sheet here to help answer this question, if you don't mind, is House Bill 1632 did not make it. This requires a deed conveying real estate to contain certain information. Again, I think this is just, protecting the consumer kind of thing. Everybody should know what's going on in any kind of transaction. So it's really important that we provide necessary information and not omit things that are important to conveying of deeds. Another one that didn't make it through the finish line is House Bill 1954. It modifies provisions relating to real estate license immunity from liability. And basically, this is so important, I think, for our industry and real estate agents in general, is we get a lot of information when we're doing our transactions. We get information from lenders, we get information from the home seller, the home buyer, we get information from record of deeds and all tax reports and all these kind of things. So we have to do our due diligence, and that's our obligation to our clients, to people, to either the buyer or the seller. And as long as we are doing everything in good faith and not abusing the system or misleading, then we should have some kind of protection if we would get false information somehow, that we can go back to that party that gave us the false information and make things right. So unfortunately, that didn't make it through, but I guarantee you that will be one that I would like to see come back for the next session and cross the finish line next year.
Very good to know.
Also, one that did not make the finish line is modifies provisions relating to the publication of notice of the state of real estate. And this is a Senate bill, actually. This is Senate Bill 877. And a lot of it is just keeping up with time and technology. Right now, a lot of things had to be posted in the newspaper in a certain amount of time. This is going to allow for people to post necessary information, again, to keep up with technology on a virtual way, a website, for example.
Sure.
So it doesn't necessarily just have to be in an actual print newspaper form. So again, it's just a kind of a cleanup tool and getting things modernized. The next one that didn't make it through is also a Senate bill, Senate Bill 920, and this modifies provisions relating to immunity of real estate licenses. Why I stress this again, because I already talked about it in the House bill version, a lot of times you need both the Senate and the House to sponsor a bill together.
Right.
It just reinforces it and helps it get along. And so what happened with this bill and why it's mentioned here twice is because we did have a House person work with a Senate person, and they came together to join forces to make it really pass both houses at the same time to get it to the governor's desk. Again, unfortunately it didn't, but this is one that I think we're going to see again and again until it really does truly pass.
Good, because as realtors, we know how important that bill is.
Right. It is very important. Again, it's not allowing us to do anything that would be deceitful or harmful. It's
Right.
actually putting those protections in that says you are not going to be liable if you got bad information.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.